Audrey, Alison, and I am so happy to be here. I was tagged by Vickie Verlie, the Vickie Verlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess on YouTube as one of her top 3 readers, and I am going to participate in the 3-tag What If Prophetic questions that I believe was started. I don't really know who started this little circle on YouTube. Maybe Angel Souls? I'm not positive, but I'm so honored that Vickie had mentioned me. So here are the questions that are going around for tarot readers, and I'm just going to take a sip of tea and get to them. So number 1. You must throw away all of your cards. Which deck do you keep if you could only keep one? That's tricky, but it is my trusted alchemical deck by Robert M. Place. It's my steadfast deck. It's the one that I always go to. So that would be definitely the one that I would keep, although it would break my heart to give away, to lose any of my decks. I collect them, so I have 37 at this stage. Okay, number 2, this is pretty classic. You're having a date. The person asks for a reading. What do you do? On a date, I tend to shy away. I want to shy away from allowing that part of me to show. I would not give a reading on a first date. Whenever I bring up the fact that I do read or that I'm an empath, I normally get the guy putting out his palm like, oh, what do you see? I'm like, well, I'm not a palm reader. I haven't studied palmistry. Very different. But I would not read anyone on a first date because it's already a test when you're a psychic medium to go on a date with someone and have them accept you or quote unquote believe you. So yeah, I would not give a reading on the first date. I would just say, I charge for that. So that's not going to be happening. Number 3, do the cards help if you're in a bad mood? This is a double-edged sword because the answer is yes and no. Sometimes if I'm in a bad mood, they're my comfort zone. But sometimes it's not the best place. I can misread myself because I tend to read others very accurately. But when it comes to my own life, I'm biased. So I'm here to serve others more than myself. So not necessarily they wouldn't help me if I was in a bad mood. A hike usually helps me when I'm in a bad mood. And my tea. If you go back to age 15, number 4, if you could go back to age 15, would you like to change something? My gut wants to say no regrets, but I would. I would change the amount of time that I spent with my father. He was present in my life, but he passed when I was 19. So I would probably spend those 4 years from 15 to 19 never leaving his side so I could learn so much more from him. And I would protect myself a lot more from the influence of other people. Number 5, that was an emotional question too, by the way. You ask someone to read cards for you. They tell you you're on the wrong path. What do you think of that person? That's happened to me before. I started getting read at a very young age, even before my father passed. My first tarot reading was at the age of 15 when my next door neighbor had a ladies' night and invited over my mother and a few other ladies in the neighborhood. I went right there and went with her. I was always drawn to the mystical side of life, the unknown. And she didn't read me wrong, but I have seen people when I first got to LA on Sunset Boulevard, mystics that want you to pay them for crystals, and they can help you if you purchase a crystal, and then they'll light a candle for you, but it'll cost you another $100. Some people are just, obviously it's easy to scam, but when you are a reader, when you are an empath, um, it's hard to be led down the wrong path. You tend to take things with a grain of salt because there is no wrong path. I think Vickie said that in her answer, and it's so true. Every path leads you to new experiences. You might still have the same outcome. You start in one direction and end in one direction, but there's different routes in the process of life. So I don't believe that paths are wrong. They can take longer. You can be rerouted. Let's see, what else? Your friends make a plan without you. They're concerned you'll find out because you're psychic. What would your reaction be? Interestingly enough, I have several groups of friends, and they don't always combine with each other. But some of the friends that I have don't even really take this psychic thing seriously. I don't bring it up a lot, or I try not to. We're different breeds. But if my friends got together without me, that happens all the time, especially in LA. So, I mean, water off a duck's back with that. It doesn't bother me. If I were in my 20s and possibly my 30s, it would have. Okay. There was a thief in your... Oh, yeah, I don't like this question either. I couldn't really get the gist of it because a few of the readers didn't understand it either, but something about if there was a thief in my house and everything was in place, but some of your property was missing. I don't know. I don't want to give energy to any thieves coming to my house. I'll just say that if someone were that stupid to pick this house, they've got the wrong girl. And don't come for me unless I send for you. Okay, next question. You lend your cards away and your friend returns them all messed up. What do you do? That would not happen. I don't lend my cards out. I have a ritual when I get them. I bless them. I protect them with salts and my turquoise and my feather dust. And once I welcome them into my life and vice versa, they don't leave me. So, I mean, I'm sorry to friends. I mean, I'm not the psychic guy. You can buy a tarot deck. I would look at someone actually kind of crazy if they asked to borrow my tarot deck, because my tarot decks are my best friends. So no, I wouldn't be lending them out. So that was fun. Thanks for including me in this 8-question what if prophetic tag scenario for readers on YouTube. And I would like to tag 3 people of all different type of vibes too, because I thought of this. My first tag definitely goes to a dear woman, a friend, a trusted comrade, Kimberly Moore. She is her website, MotherHouse of the Goddess, and she's on Goddess Alive Radio. I'd like to tag her for her goddess card readings. Karen Lustrup, I want to tag you because you are an inspiration. And I would have tagged Vickie as well because you are truly... I'm humbled, honestly, by you even mentioning my name. I shot straight up out of bed like, what? I would have tagged you, but you already did it. I want to tag, so Karen Lustrup, it was my second. I want to tag amazing Leslee. Bless her heart. This woman, I get a kick out of her in her videos every time I watch her. And that is Leslee, Leslee. Amazing Leslee. So those are my 3 tags. I had a blast. This was so chill and relaxing on the weekend, and I will see you soon. Take care, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Bye.